guys. We're just getting ourselves ready for the day. I think we're going to be heading to another state. This morning we woke up in Idaho and now we are in Washington.
Spokane.
Are you sure it's not Spokane? Spokane. We are kicking off our time in Washington in downtown Spokane.
Spokane.
We spent some of the day already at Panera first to get this guy some go juice, and then we went to a library to preserve my sanity. I just need a break from Panera. It is just insanely loud. I'm getting ready to pay $150 a month for unlimited Starlink. It's getting that bad. Or maybe I need some noise canceling headphones. But anyway, the first thing we're gonna check out here are the waterfalls and the Riverfront Park. Check this out, it's the little red wagon. All right, that was fun. Some of this, huh? What is this? What is this? Little lucky kitty. Whoa.
Turn left onto North Cedar Street, then your destination will be on the right.
Good morning, you guys. We found ourselves an overnight spot last night, not too far from the park. It was next to an apartment building. We didn't record anything though because people ended up sitting outside the apartment building and we didn't really want to draw attention to ourselves. So we got ourselves all settled in and stayed pretty quiet for the night. So all went well. And now this morning we are off to a library and hoping that later today we can explore some pretty things in the area.
Probably important to point out that when we pull into a situation like that, we try to go into stealth mode as much as possible. We take down our YouTube signs, try not to use too many lights, especially our bright lights, and just get settled in like Audrey said and try to go right to sleep.
On days like this where we wake up in a neighborhood, we get out of there as soon as we can. So we're actually having our breakfast in the library parking lot this morning. It's an interesting spot. It's a combination library park swimming place. So a lot going on here. Look at this cute little thing. Oh, have you been napping all morning? Huh? Well, as we typically do when we spend a lot of time at a library or Panera, we take turns coming out to the van for lunch. So that's what I'm doing now. Came out to check the little kitty girl, and I'm going to make something to eat real quick and record some lines for the video we're working on that'll go live in 2 days. And lucky for someone, we have some leftover tuna juice from yesterday. Kitty, you want some tuna juice? Huh? You want some tuna? Do you want some of this? Huh? You want some of this? Alright, come here. There you go, honey. Is that good? Alright, well I had my lunch, I recorded my voiceover for the video, and now it's raining outside. I'm gonna head back into the library, hopefully we can get our work finished up. We were planning on going to a state park, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen now. The forecast had been saying 20% chance of rain. I thought, oh, it's not gonna rain. Well, it is, so now we might have to rethink plans a little bit. We'll see. But for now, I gotta make a dash into the library.
Howdy.
Oh,
I'd like to buy an annual pass.
all right.
Alright, and we have our annual pass. Well, after a pretty full day of work, we have come to Riverside State Park. And we are gonna go for a little walk. There's a suspension bridge over the river. We're gonna check things out. The nice thing about this state park is it's right outside of downtown. It took us less than 15 minutes to get here from the library where we're at. Really good to get outside. Rock formations are really cool. Some of them are so huge. Would you call them monoliths?
I want to know how long it took them to roll them down here by the river.
So the pass was $30. We thought it was well worth it because we planned to spend a lot of time in Washington, and just one visit for a day pass is about $10. So we checked out the lower part of the bowl and pitcher area of the park and the suspension bridge. Now we're going to check out the overlook. Look at this view.
Apparently they must do a fair bit of water skiing on this river. Someone lost their ski on that boulder.
On the menu tonight is a sausage pasta dish and some broccoli and cauliflower. While I'm cooking, Steve is editing. He's working on the video that's going live in a couple days. I did the voiceover, and now he is working on editing everything together, adjusting levels and things since I put the voiceover in. Getting hungry for dinner? I got the pasta all cooked up, and now I'm adding the sauce and cooked sausage. Sometimes when we do pasta in the van, we actually put the sauce right in with the pasta and don't do water, but we're actually cooking extra pasta tonight. So I cooked it up in water first, split it. I have some for tonight, and we're saving some for tomorrow. Well, I think dinner's almost ready. I must say, I really miss Aldi. We haven't been to an Aldi in a long time because there aren't many out this way. None where we have been lately. And we've been shopping at Walmart. I have to say that the prices at Aldi are much better, and the quality also. I'm doing some frozen broccoli and cauliflower mix from Walmart. And there are a lot of stems in there, and a lot of the stems have really thick skins that are really hard. So I had to pick some of those out. Also, the tomato spaghetti sauce is a lot thinner of the Walmart brand compared to the Aldi brand. I finished up a jar of Aldi and started the Walmart brand, and it's a noticeable difference. So we are missing Aldi. Alright, so here's what's for dinner. Here's my girl.
Breakfast is served.
Well, good morning, you guys. I can just barely say that because we just made the deadline. It's after 11 o'clock in the morning, and we are just getting our day started. It's pretty late for us. So, to back up a little bit, yesterday we didn't film at all because it was just some regular stuff. We went to Planet Fitness, got ourselves cleaned up, we restocked on groceries, and then we spent the day, well, we spent part of the day at Panera and then relocated to a library to do lots of work. And we spent more time there than initially we planned because I had some client stuff that needed to get done. So, we had to reconfigure things. We actually had found a spot quite a bit west of here that was very nice for overnight on the water, but we didn't make it there. Instead, we ended up actually staying at a casino just about 30 minutes, a little bit less than 30 minutes, maybe just west of Spokane.
Yep, we stayed at the Spokane Tribe Casino and Resort. They allow RVers to spend up to 48 hours there. All you gotta do is go into their security office and sign up. It's free, so that's a nice little benefit. We're not the gambling type, so we didn't spend a whole lot of time in the casino. Outside of just kind of walking through and checking things out a tiny bit, but it was nice to have the spot, very quiet. And now we are off and running bright and early at 11:15 in the morning.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We have talked about wanting to slow down our pace. Well, I think we're doing a pretty good job of that. But I will say, Steve hasn't been feeling the greatest. We're wondering if he has been fighting off what I had a while back. So we've been trying to take it a little bit easy with some of our activities. And then we've just had a lot of work and catching up to do because we spent so much time without a signal and disconnected from society when we were at Glacier. Then back in Coeur d'Alene, we spent some time planning. We had spent some time when we were at Panera just looking at some maps and the calendar and trying to figure some things out. Then it's kind of funny because as we got to Spokane, we had a pretty clear plan in place for the next several days out, and then that just kind of all fell apart. So we're learning just to kind of go with things. And typically, if we were leaving and getting started at 11 o'clock in the morning, I'd probably be a little bit stressed out. But I am learning to just go with the flow, and we're just doing the best we can. This morning, before we left, I actually did get some work done here in the van. And yeah, we're just learning a new pace. So we are heading west, and we know what we're doing at least today and tomorrow. After that, we're not sure. We're still figuring things out. Well, the landscape has quickly changed since we left Spokane. And just to give you an idea of where we are just at the north side of what they call the Washington Leavenworth Desert region, which is kind of crazy that there's a desert region. So it's a lot hotter around here in the summer. We're just on the edge of that, like I said, and the forecast for Spokane was up in the 90s the next couple days, so that was part of the reason for wanting to get out of here and head west. So the one thing we do know is that we're heading to the mountains. We're at higher elevation, and it should be cooler.
Check out Grand Coulee Dam.
And by check it out, Steve meant find a bench. So this is pretty cool. When we came through here, we had no idea that the dam here was so significant. We just were passing through and we just happened to stop. But this dam is the largest hydropower producer in the U.S. It's also one of the largest concrete structures in the whole world.
So the original dam was built from 1933 to 1940 at a cost of $300 million. And then they built a third power plant in 1967 to 1980, and that cost $700 million to build. And they say, as of 2016, if they were to build it then, it would have been $8.26 billion. But the real question is, how much did this bench cost? Concrete.
And that is how it's done.
Alright, so we drove up to Steamboat Point something to Steamboat Rock State Park Crown Point. That's a mouthful. And we're going to have a little bit of lunch before making our way west.
Alright, here's what's for lunch. Quick, easy sandwiches, some carrot sticks, and some snacks. Lunch is ready.
Alright, lunch is ready. Here you go, my love.
Ham sandwich.
You just had some cheese, Kitty.
We have found another dam. It's the Chief Joseph Dam that we were driving past. We thought we'd stop and take a look at another dam.
Well, let's go see what this is all about. They have a playground here. That's pretty cool. Well, that was fun. And you can never go wrong with a playground.
Driving through it is obviously a very arid climate. Feels a lot more like Colorado or Wyoming or somewhere like that you would expect to see this kind of landscape. So I find it very fascinating, especially that right now we are driving through acres and acres of fruit tree orchards. We've seen apples. I think I might have seen peaches. I'm not sure. There are big crates piled up on the side of the road for apples. I mean, as far as we can see, there are trees right now. So that is definitely unexpected. It's been pretty wild as we've been driving west. We are going to keep making our way west. We are actually heading to a library for the afternoon. So this is where we're going to leave you. But we are really excited to share with you next time a drive through the North Cascades National Park.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We love hearing from everyone, so please drop us a comment below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the like button. And until next time, we'll see you.
If you enjoy our videos, please consider becoming a patron by using the link on the screen that we've also included in the video description, along with information about today's adventure and our channel. A special thank you to all our patrons. We appreciate your ongoing support. Thanks for coming along with us on this van life adventure. Please take a second to hit the like button below, leave a comment to let us know you're watching, and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't forget you can also connect with us and see my photos of the places we visit on our Facebook and Instagram.